What is going on, everybody? We are back with some more Marvel Snap, and today I wanted to show off kind of another take on the swarm decks that are kind of all over the place. It's this one right here. So it's very much similar to the main swarm decks you've seen already. And there's probably an argument to even playing some other one-drops to keep this even cheaper. But I wanted to mess around with Collector because Collector is a lot of fun. But Collector could easily be something like Moon Knight or something like that. Or you could drop one of these other cards. Like you could drop Mysterio for Moon Knight if you want to. But the reason why I wanted to show this off is a very specific interaction, which I think is a lot of fun. It's kind of a 3-card interaction. So, Mysterio, when you play him, summons 3 0-cost Mysterios. They all count as cards, and then the 5-power one is revealed at the end of the game. Nakia, when she buffs Mysterio in hand, actually gives those clones, all 3 of them will be 2 power. So Mysterio becomes essentially a 2-energy, 11 power split out across 3 cards in 3 locations. So that's already a pretty fun combo in itself. And then to kind of piggyback on top of that, when you have Bishop on the board and you lay down Mysterio, it counts as 3 cards, so Bishop actually gets plus 3 power from that. So obviously very strong there as well. So that's the main thing we're going for, and then you've got like the regular discard synergy and Angela. It's very much like the regular Swarm aggro. You're just kind of tossing in Mysterio into the package to really make it work. I think there's probably also an argument. I just love playing Korg. You could drop Korg for a lot of things. I think Elektra is reasonable for, mirror type situations. I think Yondu is reasonable. If you want to go a little bit heavier on the curve, like Mojo's pretty solid as well. You could easily fit in like a Gambit or a Moon Knight. All of those are perfectly reasonable cards, and cards you might even want to mess around with. But this is how we're going to run it today. I just want to keep things relatively cheap. Let's hop on into the game. Let's hop on into game view. Yeah, there's a lot of flex spots in these kind of swarm decks. The main goal stays the same, but kind of everything around it changes quite a bit. I don't want to play Nightcrawler. We're going to play a lot of Lady Sifs, I imagine. About to get a mega apocalypse. I mean, this is going to like scream our game plan to our opponent. But I think with Collector, I'm going to pivot a little bit and try and get some Collectors out on the board. Because Collector does get buffed by cloning vats, which is nice. I think we move Nightcrawler over here. We play another Collector out. We play another Lady Sif. This is a little risky, because if they would have played some power here, we could have been in big trouble. But I was feeling froggy. And they have Dracula, so they're going to do something similar here. Let's play another Lady Sif. Kind of want to play a Hell Cow. And let's just get that Nightcrawler out so we can move him around wherever we might need him. Let's just see how that goes. I assume this Dracula could be aiming to discard a discard an Infinite, but like now our Apocalypse is stronger than that. They're gonna dump a Colleen Wing. That means they've got to have Swarm somewhere in hand, right? They're just gonna retreat there. We were kind of doing very similar things. I just kind of went all in on the Apocalypse in the beginning. There's a chance that maybe our opponent didn't draw Apocalypse back then. But that worked out pretty well. Let's hop on into another one. We didn't even approach playing out the combo. It's not really like a combo though. It's really just like one piece of an interaction. But we did not get to do that at all. I'm actually going to pass for now. We may play Nightcrawler next turn, but I always like to hang on to Nightcrawler just in case for Angela. Gets her a little bit of extra power because you can move him out of there. Human Torch is something to be considered. Things are going to move to the left, so we should keep that in mind. With that in mind, I want a higher power guy, or potentially higher power guy, in the middle with Collector. Oh, that is unfortunate for them. Ooh, New York being on the right is going to be very problematic now. I think we go Mysterio here. I'm actually even going to play Nightcrawler over here, but I'll probably move him out of the way next turn. I'm really trying to open up discarding a lot of swarms early. Trying to get power pushed onto Collector. Things aren't quite going according to plan right now. But they're not going not according to plan. Okay. So we can move this here. We can play Lady Sif here. We can play Hell Cow here. Or we can hang on to everything for a turn and try and set up a bigger combo. The only issue is that might get a little bit trickier next turn. But I think it's probably fine. We can try and get them to reveal some more information. And on that front, I think I'm going to not even move. Alright, we've got some dagger power coming our way. Oh, I forgot about Dark Dream Dimension. That was a very big mistake on my part. So it's going to wind up being the same exact play, but even weaker. That was a big mistake on my part. That was really bad. I lost track of the locations because I was worrying about all the movement. And our Hell Cow hit nothing. That was extra bad. But honestly, I deserve to be punished for that. I'm a big proponent of when you play really bad like that, you should be punished. Ooh, and Nakia off the top is a really bad last play. It's 11 there. Let's do like one of these, maybe one of these, maybe one of these. I'm fairly sure that they can beat this incredibly easily because our board is just super weak. Even just moving this here will win it. Actually, let's go double swarm, move Mysterio, play Nakia. There. So on the off chance they move everything to the left and play Heimdall, we'd be able to beat that. Now, if this is a Heimdall here, we don't beat that, obviously. That was fine for them regardless. Hulkbuster's fine for them as well. So, if I did not make the bad misplay that I made, I think we would have had... Probably would have had Bishop, knowing hindsight off the top. Bishop plus, you know, let's say 2 swarms. It would have wound up being a couple extra points of power. I think, obviously, now knowing hindsight, our opponent's move, if Bishop would have been here, got buffed, we could have maybe pulled it out, but I just think the numbers weren't in our favor for those last 2 turns. Obviously, like I said, I made gigantic misplay, and when you make a play like that, you deserve to lose the game. So I'm glad things at least worked out as they should, but just wanted to talk out the potential, if I did not make the misplay, what the better play could have looked like. Let's go for Angela. Yeah, this looks like a Mr. Negative deck. Wong is scary in a Mr. Negative deck. Unless it's not a Mr. Negative deck, but I assume that it is. Let's go for... I still want to put some power here because I expect a whole bunch of Tigers to be coming our way. This is a good example of the Mysterio thing, by the way. So now we get 2 or 3 2-power clones, and one of them is obviously the real one that has 7 power. Alright, so we're going to get double hit by Iceman here, which is fine, I guess. Nobody likes getting hit by Iceman, but it's more about what he pulls. Double Ironheart. Honestly, like, solid, but not the end of the world. Now, is it better to just kind of flood power here? Collector's only ever going to hit 2 power. So if I did something like Hellcow, Nightcrawler, Korg, it gives us a good amount of power. It also puts a rock into their deck, which gives them a 25% chance of bricking this Lockjaw play. So I think that's a lot better than going for Collector. Obviously, because Collector's only 2 power anyway. Let's see what they pull. Oh! There's the Korg clutch! There it is! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you toss Korg out there. That's what he's here for. I still don't think this is a guaranteed win, by the way. But Korg is out here getting it done. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. There's a 25% chance of a Super Brick, and Super Brick they received. I'm getting real close to being able to split this Hellcow. I love that Hellcow variant, by the way. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be it for Mysterio Swarm. I just wanted to kind of show off another interesting interaction that is capable between the cards, while also being in a familiar deck shell that you guys have seen on the channel multiple times already. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.